Call, Allah, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Mashiach. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, labor in the word and doctrine. Shalom, Yasharallah. Today's lesson is going to be entitled, A Positive and Negative Do Equal a Positive. Prideful Bugout. Now, we must prove all things through our holy scriptures, as our scriptures state. A brother by the name of Deep Freezer left a comment on GMS Walk and Talk, South Carolina. He said a positive plus a negative does not always equal a negative. I found it interesting and clicked in to see what type of response he got for his comment. And I came across GMS Walk and Talk, South Carolina. He responded and said, and I quote, "Positive plus a negative equals 0, you demon. -1 plus 1 equals 0. And I immediately knew he was wrong through our holy scriptures. His pride was injured and he wrongfully lashed out and called that brother a demon. So I'm rebuking him sharply with the hopes that he repents so he can be sound in faith. A positive plus a negative does equal a positive, as our holy scripture states. Prove all things, which takes us to Isaiah 48, chapter 10, verse 10 through 11. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. For my sake, even for my own sake, will I do it. For how should my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another. The furnace of affliction is Satan's seed. The tars we must grow up around. The negative. Matthew chapter 13, verse 25 through 26. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tars among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tars also. As many already know, the tars are the wicked people in this world. The negative, seeds of Satan. Matthew chapter 13, verse 30. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tars and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. We are the positive, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Mashiach's good seed, the wheat that must grow up around Satan's seed, the negative, the furnace of affliction, which is going to bring about a positive. We are being refined of any of and every impurity. Genesis chapter 15, verse 13 through 14. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also the nation which they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. There's the positive. We had to grow up around the negative, Satan's seed, the tars, the furnace of affliction, to purely purge away the dross, take away all the tin of our impurities. The positive growing up around the negative equaled a positive. It gave us, Yasharallah, Israel, great substance, which lines right up with Genesis chapter 22, verse 18. And in thy seed shall all the nations of earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. There you go. Positive and a negative equals a positive. And Yasharallah, Israel, will have great substance because of that. Through that, all nations of the earth shall be blessed. Beware, a lot of our elders and fellow congregation members are waxing very proud and are blurting whatever out of their desperately wicked and deceitful hearts due to their prideful egos that have been injured. Rebuke them sharply that they may be sound in faith. Their egos have deceived them and have them thinking that if the revelation hasn't been revealed to them, it can't possibly be true. Pure ego and nonsense. If they can't discredit what you've been shown in our holy scriptures, don't believe it. They must prove all things. Knowledge has been increased at the end and shared with many members holding different offices in the one body of Yahushua Mashiach, which means fellow congregation members outside of your earthly camps will know things you don't. That's why the house of Yasharella, Israel, the ones that fear Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua Mashiach, must speak often one to another with humility, as written in 1 Peter 5:5 and Malachi chapter 3 verse 16. Once again I say beware of waxing proud congregation members, spiritual bullies that will tell you anything because their pride has been injured, because you know something they didn't. Rebuke them sharply that they may be sound in faith. If they can't prove it in our holy scriptures, don't believe it. It's time for us to do away with the egos, as stated in Sirach chapter 5 verse 12. If thou hast understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. It's okay if you don't know something. It's just an opportunity to learn. Gotta know when to hold them, gotta know when to fold them. Iron sharpeneth iron. Give ear one to another with humility. So Mount Zion, the hill, the house built without hands, can proceed with its construction swiftly. Hopefully this was edifying. Call Halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Mashiach. Shalom Yasharella.